This is back in the days.
Rigged. Check his score.
He's gonna like run the sales competition in like the next 3 years, I swear.
Really?
Yeah, he's literally been this involved since the first day. Came here.
Does he get his bike?
Hello. Hey, Cole. Mike.
Mike, nice to meet you. Here's how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing okay. How was the drive in?
It was alright. It was alright. A little traffic, but got here a little late. But you know, I'm still here ready to
Yeah,
go.
what can you do?
Yeah. Do you mind if I take a seat?
Of course not.
So how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Looking forward to March Madness. You know,
It's
big
awesome.
college basketball fan. How
Are you
about you?
What team would you say you would pick to win the Final Four this year?
You know, I don't know. I filled out a couple brackets, and I got Duke in one and UNC in another. Did you
Okay.
fill out any yourself?
I did, yeah. Actually, I did pick Duke in one, UNC in another, and I also picked Florida State in another. I think they're a sleeper. in
Yeah,
my
no,
mind.
they are. I have them going to at least the Final Four, and then Sweet 16 or Final Four.
Really? Yeah, actually, a good buddy of mine, his brother played on Kentucky, so he was the sixth man. He didn't really play. So he got to go last year to the Final Four and Elite Eight, so that was pretty cool. He was doing courtside videos and stuff. It was very cool to watch.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, Sam Malone. I mean, if you ever get a chance, look him up. He's like the sixth man of the year.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
So are you a New England resident?
Yeah, I am. Recently originally from Springfield, but just moved up to Boston not too long ago.
Nice.
For my new position at New Day.
Awesome. Awesome. So I imagine, are you a Patriots and Pats fan as well?
Born and raised. How
I
about
love
yourself?
that. Yeah, no, same here. So I imagine you saw the Super Bowl and the World Series, right?
Couldn't miss it.
Unbelievable games. Now, my question to you is, do you think the Bruins have it to make the trifecta?
You know, I hope so. I don't really follow hockey. I'm all in on basketball,
Okay.
either college or the NBA. So hockey's never really been something for me, but you know, sure, I hope so.
So you said you were from Springfield. Have you been to the Basketball Hall of Fame?
Of course.
Really?
Yeah, not in a long time though.
Interesting. I've never been, so I heard it's a good facility, though, and a nice place.
Yeah, no, really cool. If you're a basketball phenom, you know, it's like a candy store in there.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only heard good things.
Mm-hmm.
So today, I kind of just want to, jump right in, talk about what we're gonna go through today, the problems you have at New Day, the products, services that we offer, how we can implement them to you, and potentially the next steps we can take.
Sounds good to me.
So if this doesn't work out and you guys, really don't want to go on any further, here's my contact information if you need it.
Perfect.
That's just for the future. If we do work out, that's great. I'll leave you my cell. It's on there too. But if not, hey, that's just for you to have in the future.
Sounds great. I'll definitely keep this in mind.
Awesome. Great. So I'm just making sure. We do have 10 minutes to speak today, correct?
Yep, right around that.
Okay, perfect. So, hey, let's dive right in. I understand that you guys at New Day have now been attacked with this WannaCry ransomware virus.
Yeah, the worst thing that ever happened to us from a technology security standpoint happened back in May 2017, and to this day, we're still trying to remediate all of our devices. I think it was right around 150,000 total, and yeah, it's been a real pain in mind and the rest of the IT staffs
Interesting.
and us to figure this out.
Interesting. So, how did the IT staff initially handle this attack? Like, how did you guys find out it happened?
That's a good question. To be honest, we just woke up that morning and with around 150,000 emails from all of our employees saying that their computers are down and they're shut down and their information is no longer there. It's quite the nightmare, and I hope to never experience it again.
Wow. So that's awful. So how did you guys deal with this now? Like, what are your precautionary measures you guys are taking at this time?
That's another great question. We just legitimately, our IT staff, we have to fly them out to certain locations, and they remediate probably 20 to 30 computers at a time. And again, this is an ongoing process that happened back in May. We have to fly them out to all of our locations, nationwide and also globally. It's been a real nightmare.
Wow. So that brings me into my next question for you here is, how have you guys handled your overtime cost and paying people X amount of hours to deal with all this frustrations of the security threat?
I don't even want to talk about the expenses just because of how crazy there are. It sent us back as a company from, in an environmental standpoint and also certainly in an expense standpoint, either from paying our guys overtime and also flying them out to all of our locations.
Interesting.
Something that we weren't really prepared for.
Wow. So what's the financial impact been on you guys with this attack? Like, have you guys seen detrimental financial impacts from the security threat?
Certainly. I really don't handle the finances.
Understood.
That's for a different department. But I can tell you that just from how much I've had to spend currently, just to try and get this remediated, it is a whole lot of money.
It seems like it. So when you guys initially had this threat with your two first Cisco products, I understand that those are reactive softwares. Do you know anything about those, correct?
Yeah, no, so recently we actually installed Cisco ASAs and Cisco Identity Services Engine not too long ago. They definitely serve a purpose in our infrastructure and replaced our previous firewalls, which were definitely long overdue to be replaced. But right now we're looking for something to add on to to another layer of security, if you would, to make sure that we don't run into anything like this again.
Okay, so going off that, what do you think, your personal goals, your team's goals, and what are the future goals for the company moving forward at New Day Pharmaceuticals?
It really comes down to security. I mean, from our standpoint, we really need to, we're still stuck in 2017 in a way, trying to get all of this resolved, and we're spending a lot of our time, our current employees, to solve this issue. So I know from my perspective as the IT director, my main focus is to have top-notch security at any level so we don't get set back to this again.
Understood. Okay. So what I have today is, it's called the Cisco Umbrella. It's basically what it is kind of it's going to be another layer to your Cisco products. It's going to basically go right on top and integrate completely into it. Do you want to hear a little more about it?
Sure.
So what we're going to go today is Cisco Umbrella. I'll call it the weather forecast. What this weather forecast system does for you is, you go on AccuWeather or weather.com, whatever it is, it tells you the 10-day forecast. Basically, what Cisco Umbrella is going to do for you is overlook your whole entire security platform as a whole and continuously be looking for security threats 24/7, 7 days a week, days in advance. So say an attack's going to happen this Friday, and today's Thursday. Our system, Cisco Umbrella, is going to tell us, hey, this is some suspicious software and some suspicious activity going on. It might happen Friday. They're going to prep the system for that attack, understand its symptoms, and get ready for when it attacks. It completely eliminates the problem, and it does not happen to you guys, like the ransomware that just happened. So imagine it like this analogy. Imagine a house. Right now, your two Cisco products you have in place are basically a motion sensor and a camera. These are both these are both inside the house, right? When someone comes in your house, the motion sensor will go off, alarming. When someone comes in the house, the camera shows you, okay, someone's in my house, security. It's not secure. What this Cisco Umbrella is your front door. When your front door is locked and that padlock is turned shut, no one's coming in your house and no one's going to break your security system into your family, into your house, whatever it is. This is going to basically continuously to keep you guys safe for the near future through any security threats that could happen, right? So do you understand basically what it is and what it does at this time?
It definitely does. But I got to ask, obviously we have a lot of locations right now, currently either in the Northeast, nationwide, and also a little bit globally, and we're definitely looking to expand. How is this going to impact our expansion? Is it going to be easier to deploy, or is it going to get in the way?
It's really not going to be difficult at all to deploy. It only takes about 30 minutes to deploy. I understand you guys want to expand in the Northeast area, is that correct?
That is correct.
Just in the New England area? Okay, so that's actually really good news for us because we're based out of this area. What our IT team does is we go through about right around a half hour to an hour and basically run you and your team through the complete process of how it happens, how it's an actual layer of protection, how it integrates simply. Basically what it is it's Cisco product, and Cisco talk together on the cloud because this is a cloud-based service. So with the cloud and with the future of technologies, these cloud-based services are only going to get better and better. And with this Cisco Umbrella is the top-of-the-line service that we could offer at this time.
Interesting, yeah. This is certainly all good information from my end. Have you worked with any company similar to New Day Pharmaceuticals?
Yeah, no, actually we have. We've worked with Microsoft, and as you know, Microsoft is a huge company. They actually have loved our product. They haven't had any problems with it at any time. So because it's delivered from the cloud, they've been able to use it on all of their devices universally without having any issues or any problems integrating it, so on and so forth. And another benefit of this is, instead of one of your team members being on a virtual private network, say they go home to use their work computer, they don't have to. They can be off a VPN and still use this product or service
Okay.
completely.
Interesting, because I know a lot of our guys say they log into the VPN, but they really don't.
Right.
It's always been a big pain in my butt. One last thing I gotta ask is that our IT staff is spread so thin right now with all of their current tasks, along with trying to solve and still remediate some of the threats that we have in our computers. We might need some support. Where does Carousel play into the implementation of Cisco Umbrella, and do they provide any support?
So we provide support 24/7, just like this proactive software. We are on call 24/7, 7 days a week. Our IT team can come in immediately and address a problem you're having, or we can just hop on the telly and completely walk you guys through it in a simple fashion, because we can look at what's on your screen and what's on our screen because of the cloud-based software.
Awesome. Well, this sounds great.
All right.
Yeah, you did
Oh,
a great job.
all right, thank
You got cut a little short.
Yeah, no, sorry.
No worries. We got caught up in Boston
Shoot.
sports.
I know,
Yeah,
shoot,
I know.
damn, it's too much basketball.